Do you always say yes to your partner just to avoid fighting? Sweep your needs under the rug? It's not being easygoing, it's your brain in survival mode, and you're erasing yourself. Here's why the brain chooses avoidance. 1. Fear of escalation and loss of connection. The brain sees conflict as catastrophic. If you've experienced past conflicts in family, friendships, previous relationships that degenerated into yelling, personal attacks, breakups, or punitive silences, your brain might have associated disagreement with extreme danger to emotional safety or the relationship's stability itself. Avoiding conflict becomes a way to prevent that perceived catastrophe. The amygdala can label conflict as an existential threat. Rather than risk escalation or abandonment, even just emotional, the brain chooses the seemingly safer strategy, suppress dissent, and conform to maintain the bond, even at the cost of one's authenticity. 2. Low self-esteem and fear of rejection. The brain believes your needs aren't valid or worthy. You might have internalized the message that your needs, opinions, or feelings are less important than others, or that expressing them could lead to rejection or criticism. Avoiding conflict becomes a way not to disturb, not to risk being judged or abandoned for expressing a different desire or opinion. The brain associates self-expression with the risk of losing approval or love. To protect the bond and one's fragile self-esteem, one chooses to silence their inner voice, reinforcing the idea that their needs don't matter. 3. Learned model of peacekeeping at all costs. The brain repeats a familiar or cultural script. You might have grown up in an environment where open conflict was taboo, problems were ignored, where one person, often a parental figure, constantly sacrificed themselves to keep the peace. The brain learned that this is the right way or the only way to manage relationships, even if dysfunctional. A pattern that prioritizes superficial harmony over authenticity and problem solving is unconsciously replicated. Brain doesn't even consider the possibility that conflict managed healthily could strengthen the relationship, because it never had a model for it. Healthy conflict fosters growth, forced silence kills. Learn to express your needs respectfully. Save if peace at all costs is your destructive mantra. Follow me for more relationship advice.